Hello, and welcome to our welcome session for Cancer Support Community Delaware. We're glad that you've reached out to us and that you're here to find out more about the support services we offer. I'm going to talk a little bit in these next few minutes about who we are, historically, nationally, locally, and tell you a little bit about what do we do and how do we do it. And if you're not already involved, how can you get involved? So here's a little bit about who we are. Back in 1982, there was a gentleman in Santa Monica, California, named Harold Benjamin, and he founded something called the Wellness Community. His wife was diagnosed with breast cancer. She was getting excellent medical treatment. However, he recognized she would really benefit from some physical support, some emotional support, something outside of the care she was getting at her medical facility. So he opened a place where it was a very home-like setting. People could come participate in support groups, healthy lifestyle classes such as yoga, different mindfulness things, expressive arts classes, and then also providing education with people who were experts in their field, talking about cancer-related topics, whether it be side effects, dealing with insurance companies, ongoing survivorship, all these kinds of things. Uh, there was a woman named Gilda Radner, who you may recognize as a comedian that is very well known in our country. She was diagnosed with cancer and attended the wellness community in Santa Monica. Unfortunately, she passed away from her cancer. But in 1995, her husband, Gene Wilder, also a well-known name and actor in our country, he was her husband, and he founded something called Gilda's Club in Gilda's honor after she passed away. So their first location opened in Westchester, New York, where Gilda was from. They were following that same model of programming, support groups, healthy lifestyle classes, education sessions. So in 2010, our two organizations merged together and we formed what we call today the Cancer Support Community. And some of our locations are still known as Gilda's Clubs, along with being part of our Cancer Support Community. So we have over 90 what we call network partners all throughout the US, Canada, Israel, and Japan. So we can actually say we're international. And then many of those locations, like us, have multiple locations in their one network partner. So we have over 200 actual locations where people can go worldwide. So how did we end up here locally in Delaware? So in 1990, there was a woman in North Wilmington named Cindy Dwyer. She was diagnosed with breast cancer, and she and her friend Ellen actually went out to California. They met Harold Benjamin. They attended the wellness community out there. They came back and they said, "We need this in Delaware. There's nothing like it here. We know Delawareans would really benefit from this kind of support." So they put together the first board, they started doing fundraising, and they opened their doors as the Wellness Community Delaware in 1996. So we were in downtown Wilmington originally, but for the last 20 or so years, we've been just off of Lancaster Pike, Route 48, in the home you see there on the left. It's on a beautiful piece of property, and that is our Wilmington, Newcastle County location. We opened in Dover in 2002 in the little white house you see there in the middle, just across the street from Bay Health Hospital. Again, very nice home-like setting where they meet there for programs. And then we opened in Rehoboth Beach in 2006, and we're located on the third floor in an office suite right above where the Tunnel Cancer Center is. Additionally, we have a location in Middletown. It's just a room where one day a week we offer a Tai Chi class and a gentle yoga class. So, what do we do? Our mission statement really sums that up for us, and that is to ensure that all people impacted by cancer are empowered by knowledge, strengthened by action, and sustained by community. Support groups and programs are professionally led and provided at no cost to help participants and caregivers cope with the emotional and life-changing aspects of cancer. So, what does that mean? It means anyone affected by cancer is welcome to participate in our programs. You heard me use the word caregiver. We use a pretty open definition for that. Anyone who is caring for someone who cares about someone who has cancer is a caregiver. You might be a spouse, a child, a parent, a friend, another family member of some sort. You are welcome to participate in any programs that are open to you. Anyone anywhere on the cancer trajectory is also welcome to attend, whether you've just been diagnosed, you're in treatment, maybe you're just post-treatment, even survivorship years later. Some of the emotional and physical impact of cancer can still be there. You are welcome to participate. Our programs, whether it's a support program or an education program, it's all here to help enhance your medical treatment, not take the place of anything. We want to help you learn techniques to address the emotional impact of cancer. And I would add to that also the physical impact that cancer can sometimes have. Our support groups are led by trained licensed mental health professionals. That means they've all had at minimum a master's level education in either social work or counseling. They have passed a state exam. They continue with education to keep their license current. So we use those professionals in all of our support groups and also all of our other classes that we have. For example, a yoga class, a yoga teacher is going to be an expert in their field as well. So they've been educated as a yoga teacher, they've been certified, they're licensed. Same thing for all of our classes. We use professionals who are experts in what they do. So we are partnered with many cancer organizations and the medical facilities throughout Delaware and beyond. So all of your major cancer centers here, we rely on them for their medical expertise when we're doing education and providing programs. And they, in turn, are referring their patients to us, using us to come in and give support where needed as well. You are welcome to participate in as much or as little as you would like. You might want to come once a month to a program. You might want to come every day to multiple programs that we have going on. Whatever is the right prescription for you and the support you need, you are welcome. All our support groups and all our programs, everything we offer is at absolutely no cost to you. So you may be wondering, how can we do that? How are we funded? So just really briefly, so you understand, we do a fundraising throughout the year. We have appeals that go out. We have special events that we run throughout the state. This is not to our participants. This is to our community at large. And we write many grants, and several of our programs are grant funded. We do receive individual donations. We also have a pretty strong investment income, and we receive interest off of that, which helps our bottom line as well. One thing I didn't mention when I showed all our beautiful locations, we own all of those debt-free. So that allows us to keep our costs a little bit lower as well. Many corporations and foundations throughout Delaware are very generous to us and do provide funding throughout the year. And then the state of Delaware, again, also provides funding through their health program and is been very committed to cancer support community and donating to us regularly. So thank you, Delaware, for that. So here's what you really are here to hear. How do we do it? What are our programs and services? How can we support and help you? So much like at the very first wellness community that Harold Benjamin started, we follow the same model with support groups, healthy lifestyles, and education offerings. So that's kind of how you're going to hear me talk about this. So first of all, support groups. We offer in all of our locations the weekly groups, both groups for those with cancer and for those who are caregivers, with the exception of our Dover office, where we have a combined group for those with cancer as well as caregivers. So some are offered in person, some are virtual. We have something that fits for everyone, hopefully, and based on your location and your preference. We have a couple groups that meet twice a month. There's one called the New You. That's for people who are post-treatment, just trying to manage the new you as you finish treatment and managing maybe lingering side effects, upcoming tests, new medications, going back to work, all those things. Our spirituality, uncertainty, and cancer group is open to both patients and caregivers. And this group focuses a little more on that uncertainty piece of cancer and how spirituality may or may not be a piece of that for you. Then we have many monthly groups, which we call networking groups, and they're for specific cancers or specific topics. So those include young adult, breast, GYN, prostate, blood, lung, colon rectal cancers, pancreatic, and then stage 4 couch, which is what we call our metastatic cancer group. And that's for those who are wanting to have a little deeper and more open conversation about end of life things. We also offer a bereavement group monthly for those who've lost their loved one to cancer. And then a few times a year in our different offices, we offer something called Living with Loss, which is a more kind of intensive 6 weeks in a row sessions for those with a more recent loss due to cancer. So our second kind of area of programming that I mentioned is our healthy lifestyle classes. So these are going to be the kind of things that help you a little more with the physical health, but maybe also expressive type programs and provide a little bit of social interaction, but also some great stress reduction and great health benefits as well. So we have nutrition classes, cooking demonstrations in our various offices, yoga classes in all of the places, all of our locations. And sometimes it's chair yoga, sometimes it's gentle yoga, sometimes we have both. We have Tai Chi again in all of our locations. And then at various places and times throughout the month, we have meditation. We also offer sound meditation classes. And then Poetry of Wellness, which happens virtually once a week. And you don't have to love or even be good at poetry. You can come read some poetry, follow a writing prompt, have great discussions with others who just enjoy reading, writing, and talking about literature. And then art classes, which we hold in all of our offices, our main offices throughout the state. You can see in the picture there that group was doing a collage and enjoying a actual hybrid class. So we had some people on the TV there that were participating from home, and then some participating right there in the room. So we also have other things that happen that fall under this category that pop up based on what we have grant funding for. But this is just to look at what our normal kind of month-to-month schedule looks like. And then educational programs. So every month we try to provide at least one really great education session for you. We try to do those virtually. We're able to record them. And the great thing about that is that means we have a library of past recorded sessions that you can access on our website. Even right now, you can do that. Some of the topics we've done in the past are medical marijuana, hospice and palliative care, lymphedema, advanced directives, and end-of-life documents. We did a whole series on physical therapy in dealing with various kinds of side effects that treatment brings. So we're always doing something different each month, trying to address any kind of up-and-coming hot topics. We're working on something with finances and dealing with insurance companies. Um, and then sometimes we'll talk about what the cancer awareness is for the month. For example, May was Skin Cancer Awareness Month. So we talked about protecting your skin and how that's important, and getting your screenings and get your skin checked to make sure you don't have anything that's popping up there that needs to be looked at by a dermatologist. So all those kind of are encompassed in our educational programs. And then we do like to have fun, and we do like to exercise. So we have walking groups at all of our locations. In Newcastle County, we walk at Winterthur Gardens. At Kent County, they're at another park. And at Sussex County, usually they walk down at the boardwalk in Rehoboth. We do it's called Read Book Club. We read various books, not all cancer related, everything from memoirs to fiction. Sometimes we even get the authors to come and join us in group. And so we've read a variety of books and talk about what we're reading outside of the book we're discussing in group. And then around the holidays, we like to have some gatherings, maybe make a project, take it home, fun things like that. And in the picture there, you'll see some of our walkers. That was at Winterthur Gardens, just really enjoying their time outdoors. And just a few other things to mention. The group health coaching program is currently on hold because it's not funded, but that is a 6 session program that we where you meet virtually with a small group and just talk about making healthy lifestyle changes. And we do hope to bring that back in the future. But the important one to mention here is our Insight Cancer Care Fund. So this is an financial assistance fund. If you live in the state of Delaware and you're in active treatment within the past year and you're struggling financially because of cancer treatments, we have an application on our website. You can apply at any time. Once a month, a committee meets, reviews the applications, and then makes payment directly to the bills that you submit with the application. So, for example, maybe a rent, a mortgage, utility bills, maybe some copays that have piled up. And we're very thankful to Insight, which is a pharmaceutical company here in Wilmington, for funding that and helping us help you as you struggle with finances through your cancer journey. So, how do I get involved? So, some of these things you may have already done since you've landed here at this welcome meeting. The first thing is filling out a participant information sheet. So, if you haven't done that already, someone's probably going to be sending you a link to do that, and we would ask that you do that. Um, you might have filled out a program registration on our website to attend something, and that might be why someone reached out to you, and you're here listening to this today. So you as you register, as we get you plugged into different programs, that's kind of how the process happens. You could speak with someone on our program staff and let them know, hey, I want to get involved in this, this, and this, and we can get you signed up for it. Um, right now, you can actually go join our Facebook page, Cancer Support Community Delaware, and watch live videos or programs that we have happening there. You can go on our website. I mentioned a couple times, we have a library of things, especially all those great education programs. You can watch them there. Follow us on social media because every day we're posting about the programs and events we have going on. Now that you're on our email list, every Saturday you'll get a weekly email. It has the weekly calendar coming up, and there are links on there for you to sign up for anything you're interested in that you might not already be signed up for. And you can register on our website calendar for different programs. You could also call us or you can email us. Lots of ways of connecting, and you can reach out in the way that is most comfortable to you. So this is the part where if you were with me live, I would say, are there any questions? And I would hopefully be able to provide you with an answer. But there is contact information down there at the bottom of the slide where you can reach out to us, ask any questions. We have the phone numbers for each of our offices. We have our website where you can find our full calendar. There's also my email, which you can feel free to reach out to me, and I'm happy to email you back if you have any questions. So thank you for joining me and welcome to Cancer Support Community Delaware.